2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Genesis Scottish Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke, so great to be here with you and Rich. Looking forward to following this group down on the course today because this player has developed a rivalry with none other than Tiger Woods. They certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
Oh, I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Bean doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently in 4th place.
Let's return to live play now. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Looking really good. Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Currently 1 under for the day. As we head to the 3rd hole, Rich, one of the very good scoring opportunities here at the Renaissance Club.
Yes, Luke, just about 600 yards or so. Players must hit it out to the left-hand side with their tee shots. Anything right is going to go in a huge cluster of trees where they're going to have all kinds of problems.
You like that, didn't you? Rich, I know you've got terrific history in Europe. You've spent plenty of time over here. You've been revered by the European Tour. You broadcast to a European audience. How special is it for you to be here at the Scottish Open this week?
I absolutely love being back at the Scottish Open, Luke. Not only because of the venue, because of the fans in the game. They're so knowledgeable. You hit a shot to 30 feet and you hear all sorts of people hooting and hollering because they know how good of a shot that was. I mean, it had a bad angle coming out of a rough lie, whatever it is. I just love it coming back here because it seems like they have a interest, a knowledge, and a passion for the game, unlike almost any fans around the world. I think that being in Scotland, playing over here, and having to use your imagination, hitting all the shots that are required to play well over in Scotland is imperative. And I think this is why Americans love to come over here, because it's a completely different kind of golf than what they're used to back in the U.S.
And as we take a look at the 4th hole, the shortish par 4, Rich.
Yes, just around the 415-yard mark. Players who take out driver and drive it up into the narrow section of the fairway will get a really good look with their second shots.
A couple under at this stage, currently in top spot. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this putt coming up for his par. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The fifth hole, Rich, a really good risk-reward short four.
Most players, Luke, should go for this short par 4, but watch out for the green because this green has got all kinds of danger on it. Twists, turns, bobs, weaves, ducks, it's got it all.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. He's making this look easy, keeps surging ahead, and that will take him to 3 under. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's catch up with Tiger Woods, shall we? How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. And the first of our short holes here at the Renaissance Club, Rich, is the par 3 6th.
Oh, this is a nasty little par 3 dotted by some pot bunkers on the front part of it. A big one over there on the right-hand side. Club selection is imperative.
Yeah, that was a safe play. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Oh, what a great stroke. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Leading by 3 strokes now. And the 7th on the card, Rich, our second of the opening 9 par 5s.
Yeah, look, a fairly generous driving area. There's just a couple of bunkers you have to worry about. However, you find the fairway. Now your chances of making birdie or better increase significantly.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him in the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently because he does bring a different energy and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with him, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport. And all of a sudden, he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It's it just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And everybody else was just kind of sitting there in awe going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And this one will be for bogey. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Nicely done.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, with just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. That's not your best effort on the greens. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. Rich, I know this next hole is one of your favourites, the 11th here at the Renaissance Club.
This is one of the coolest holes I've ever played, Luke. It's a dogleg from left to right, fairly generous teeing area. Don't want to miss it too far right, however. But the second shot into the green, this could be the coolest green I've ever seen. It's got more movement than any other green I've seen in competition. I absolutely love this hole.
Sitting at 3 under par, currently in the lead. Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie. Nice out the rough here.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Let's get back to it, shall we? 12 feet to the cup coming up.
This is what they have left for par here.
There it is. He's currently sitting in first place. The 12th, Rich, par 3, just over 200 yards on the card.
You back uphill just a little bit. What really makes this hole difficult, Luke, though, is when the wind is coming directly in the player's face. When that happens, watch out. This hole is a doozy.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Oh, just missed. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet. That's pretty tidy. And in it goes for the par. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Was on a good line. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Another beautiful hole, Rich. This one right along the coast, the 13th.
Oh, this is breathtaking off the tee, isn't it? But don't let the views suck you in. Even though it's a wide fairway, you got to hit it down the right-hand side as this fairway pitches significantly from right to left. Find the fairway and happy days.
And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Yeah, that one will play. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, that's frustrating. Putting for a par here. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4. Not bad. Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. This one looks like it's going right. That got a little out of control, I think. And that's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
They've got to use all the bounce and strength that they can muster. This is sitting down.
That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. And if this can go down, he'll save par. This one's online. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. Be the ball, Danny. No. Ouch, that hurts. This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the course with the live action. 9 feet to the cup. Nice line. Oh, super putt that. What an eagle. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. All right, Rich, 17th.
This is an amphitheater style green. All sides kind of work back towards the green. There is a little front left section though. When they put the flagstick over there, you have a really good opportunity to hit it in there close.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 30 feet from the cup.
That putt went a bit long there. 15 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for a par.
Tracking. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Oh, I like the look of this. Shame it didn't drop. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. And as we make our way to the finishing hole here, Rich, how is this 18th at the Renaissance Club?
This is an absolute brute, Luke. Just under 500 yards, and you must find the fairway. You cannot geek it down this hole off the tee. There is danger both left and right.
Quality shot, that one. Taking aim from about 170 yards.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. And this is why they put in hours and hours of practice. A putt to win it all. And this historic tournament has yet another champion. Congratulations to our Genesis Scottish Open winner.
And what a victory it was around this Renaissance Club here in Scotland. An impressive victory by this player.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.